Now, Princess Kate's Photoshop faux pas. The Princess of Wales has apologised for the confusion over a Mother's Day photo released by Kensington Palace yesterday. In a statement released on social media, Kate said, like many amateur photographers, I do occasionally experiment with editing. Haven't we all done the same? And after picture agencies pulled the picture over manipulation concerns, people are calling for the unedited photo to be released. But Kensington Palace have insisted that they will not be reissuing the original photograph. Well, joining me now to discuss this is royal commentator Jennie Bond. Jennie, welcome to the show. It's always a pleasure. Is this a bit of a storm in a teacup? Do you know what, Jennie? It feels to me almost as if the public are saying that they're almost wheeling around a waxwork dummy of Kate in a Land Rover, and this is a huge fraud. She just edited a photograph and got a few things wrong, didn't she?
Yeah, you are speaking exactly my thoughts. I do think it's a storm in a teacup. The Princess of Wales has made very few mistakes over recent years. This, I think, is a mistake. We have to say that. This was a significant photo, the photo that we were all waiting for to show that she's on the road to recovery. And it's the one that she shouldn't have edited, and certainly shouldn't have edited if she's as bad at editing as she clearly is, and I think would admit herself. I think, personally, the picture agencies were a bit hasty in issuing this kill the picture mandate last night. It was late last night. They obviously weren't going to get a response from the palace at that stage. Perhaps they've been asking during the day, I don't know. But it seemed a rather over-the-top reaction, I think. What harm has been done? I mean, none, except, I think, to the princess's pride.
I guess, Jennie, initially the vacuum, the absence of a photograph fueled the conspiracy theorists. And then when the photograph came along with these, you can see these little tweaks, Photoshop changes, call them what you like, people again went into overdrive saying, oh, it's AI, it's not her. And here we are again. And in that sense, Jennie, is the palace responsible, in a sense, for fueling this silly paranoia by putting out an image which really should have been checked a bit more closely before it went out?
Yes, it certainly should have been checked by her people. And I think you're right to point to the void that has been left by the palace. They resist so much being bounced into anything. The princess, as we know, wanted to give her medical details. She wanted those to be kept private, and the palace had no option on that, really. But to be forced into issuing a photograph or video of her is a road they were never going to go down. And that's why this picture was so important. I do think now, though, that void, which really still exists, is going to have to be filled in some way. I think that they really need to possibly put out a little video, which they often do on Instagram for her operation. I think they need to do that again fairly quickly, just to show moving images of the princess on the road to recovery.
And do you think that will satisfy the critics, or will they never stop, or until she's like a triple sec on a trapeze? And, you know, I mean, what do people actually want?
Nothing will satisfy what used to be known as the Twitter sphere or TikTok land. But I think we as journalists need to beware of going down those rabbit holes and letting social media frenzy drive the news agenda of serious news programmes, because I'm quite convinced there's nothing malicious here. That she wasn't trying to mislead the public any more than the rest of us who put up hashtag no filter, as if it's a surprise that we didn't fiddle around with our photographs. No, I think we need to live in the real world.
Yeah, and Jennie, I mean, a lot of people there just see a wonderful picture of a mother with her wonderful kids on Mother's Day. And isn't it a shame that we're spending so much time analysing the macro detail rather than just celebrating what should be a wonderful moment?
I know, I bet it did ruin her Mother's Day. But, I mean, you try getting 3 kids to all pose perfectly and smile brightly at the right moment. You know, you ask, are they going to release the original photo? Well, no, they're not. But also, it may not just be one photo. It could be a composite of several when they were all just caught in the right moment. And Catherine made a botched attempt at making it into one picture.
OK, superb stuff. Thanks for your time. Always a pleasure. Royal commentator, the legend, that is Jennie Bond. Thank you very much. I wonder what you think out there. Get in touch. We've had a bunch of emails on this, actually. Let me just read a couple out. As well as Lee Anderson, this photograph has really got you going. Brian says this. It's the sort of thing that lots of people do just to get the right image, and the posers, especially with 3 excited kids to contend with. Lay off the princess. And Ian says this. I wonder how many people on on social media criticising the picture and questioning whether they can trust the palace use their own unedited photos as their profile picture, or instead hide behind edited, cropped or filtered photographs, if indeed they use a picture of themselves at all. Please, can we lay off the princess and get a life? Do you know what, Ian? I think you speak for many people when you say that. Why can't we just enjoy, look at it, it's a wondrous photograph, and okay, it's been badly edited. Don't we all do that from time to time?